buns. Let's go. It's Thursday. Let's move it. Let's move it and move it and move it. Let's get along. Actually, I don't even need the lights on right now. Oh, shucks. Thursday morning. Hopefully you guys had a good night's sleep. You were able to get home, to home, work, or your destination of choice safe and sound. In one piece. No housing fuss, trouble, problems, and misunderstandings yesterday. Especially no meet and greets. So, oh goodness. I call myself, I think I tried to stay up and finish episode 12 last night. But once again, it was like going on 10:30, 10:45. I was like, man, it's not going to bed. I'm tired. So, I'm going to rewatch episode 12 on when I get home. Because I just could not do it. I could not do it. I was just too tired, too sleepy. But so far, so good. You know. So far, so good for the show. Oh my gosh, like episode 11. Oh my goodness, the captain, he just could not face the fact, like he wanted to prove so bad that he was not the cause of the flight 828 on the show Manifest, right? That flight 828 was not his fault. He didn't cause it. It had to do, for him, he believed it really had to do with the government and the scientists. That her theory, if it wasn't for her theory or her work that she gave to the government, you know, he doesn't believe that they would have used him as a test dummy, or if she wasn't on the flight, they probably wouldn't have been involved in that, you know, parallel or phenomenon of them being missing for 5 years. So the meteorologist who told them that it was a dark storm or something like that, dark cloud, was what they went through or experienced. So he went looking for another one, and he got the scientist with her. He didn't sit here and like put chloroform over her face to knock her out. Then drove her all the way to the airport, where he was working on a simulation. They're trying to recreate that night to prove and show that he was not the reason or at fault. And baby, they got the jets, the military jets following him, telling him to come back, turn around, put the plane down. And he's talking about he ain't gonna do it. And he done sped off into the storm. Now you see a flashing light, and I was like, oh my gosh. I said, did it happen? Did he recreate it? Did this man really go on to the future? Or did he, you know, like, did he really get to replicate it, or did they blow him up out the sky? Him and the scientist doctor. I don't know. I don't know, because episode 12 wasn't talking anything about like clues or hints or something from the future. You know what I mean? So, Cole, the little boy, kept getting visions and sights that about the man being out in the cold winter, frigid, and because his hands were getting cold and icy and all that. So he bought his sleeping bag, some socks, gloves, and things like that in order for the man to be warm. Like, he sat there out there in that cabin waiting on the man, because he knew that the man would be coming. And his parents thought that he was taken because of they learned about the major, and learning about the major, they didn't want the major to be looking for their son. she said she's looking for the Holy Grail, right? So they're like, okay, we can't afford, we can't let her find Cole. Can't let her find Cole. You know, he's trying to do everything. Ben, Cole's dad, he's trying to do everything he can to make sure that his son is not experimented on, tested on, or messed with, right? Now, I'm looking like you're going through all that, but you have him in an experimental trial for his cancer treatment. So he is being experimented on, tested on. It's just you're accepting of that, but not of the government keeping him for a long duration of time. Because they, episode 10, they finally saved the people, the 11 passengers that they were looking for. Saved them. And all those people are like simultaneously connected within, when it comes to thought, of course, also with the other 20 passengers that actually showed up with the plane calling for them. They actually showed up. So all of them and 11 people are truly connected to where they, you know, feel basically the same things. But not everything that they think is the same. Like Michaela, when she touched the one guy, you know, and his thing was like, I gotta find her. And she thought that meant find the major, right? And it's actually the guy that's that Cole is waiting for and helping. And but he has a picture of a young lady. It doesn't really look like the major, but it could be. You know, it's not like it's not something that you looked at and was like, yeah, that reminds me of somebody, or that character. I don't know. It looked like a young lady that didn't look like the major. So this man is wandering out in the cold weather looking for whoever he's looking for, right? So I don't know. Like I said, I fell asleep on the on episode 12. I fell asleep on it, right? So I'll rewatch it when I get home and go from there to know exactly, like, if the guy actually came around, because he passed out. Like, you know, and they helped him get out of the cold, wet clothes he had on, you know. And then he was laying in front of the fire place, and Michaela was like, that's the guy. That was the guy that I had in my head with his voice, somebody he's from the calling. And Ben was like, well, he's not from the flight. So, you know, how is it that that you can hear his thought or calling for him when he's not connected to anybody? You know, he wasn't on the plane. Not that he knows of. He wasn't on the plane. And she was like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know, because I was asleep. So like I said, I don't know if the guy ever woke up, if he came around, you know, and decided like, hey, was able to talk to them. I don't know. So that's what I got so far. They were able to find the 11 passengers that was missing. And oh wow, Agent Vance, with them trying to rescue the 11 passengers, right? Agent Vance is like with the explosion that happened from the oxygen tanks down there and whatnot, he passed away. He's no longer, well, you know, that's what they told him. That's what they told him. And they have a a best friend for 3 years now, right? Because they've been missing for 5.5, something like that, right? She finally finished with her master's, and she comes across Ben's wife in the store, and she has like the whole little fertility kit, like, you know, the pregnancy test and tracking your fertility, you know, when's a good time when you're fertile, right? Because she said they're supposed to be working on a family once she finished it, and got her master's. And so Ben's wife tells Michaela, and this is after this is right before, no, I'm sorry, this is after one of the guys off of the plane jumps to his death, because he called it, he thought he was the angel of death because 2 of his other friends or people that he knew from the bar that he frequents died, right? So he blamed himself for it. And the bartender was like, he was telling everybody in here, you know, about he has a calling or he gets visions or, you know, this, that, and the third. And, you know, he told a lot of people this. And she was like, so, you know, I don't believe that he was the angel of death, or because he told people, this is what the bartender's telling them, that, you know, people, you know, are passing away from that, right? And sure enough, later on that night, the bartender was electrocuted. Apparently a power line came down and hit the trash can, and she was taking the trash out, so when she was trying to put the trash in, she got electrocuted. And so Michaela got scared, and she told her partner, her ex-fiance, that she knows that he's trying to start a family with her best friend, and that he should, and she's not going to stand in the way of that, but she doesn't want, because she told him about it, you know, for him to be the next person to die, and he should just go away and really not, you know, ask questions about things that she's hearing or seeing. So that comes back around about to Agent Vance. And Agent Vance knows about the callings, the voices, and everything, and the visions that the people were having. Because he wasn't on the plane either, and neither was her fiance. And when I tell you that explosion went off, and he was knocked unconscious, and he wasn't coming around in the hospital. So she said she prayed to the calling, to the voices, and asked them to spare his life. Let him wake up and come back. And poof, presto, magic, he wakes up and comes back. So she believes, you know, by speaking to the voices or the visions of the calling, that spared his life. And so he shows up at her place and was like, you know, stop telling me what to do, stop telling me how I feel. We both came back from something traumatic and got a second chance, and I love you and I want to be with you. So basically it did the humpty hump, bumpty bump, right? So I'm like, we both done cheated death. I said, so you just gonna flat out cheat, huh? I was like, okay, so you went from, okay, we done cheated death, we've been through something traumatic and everything, so we should be together. I was like, so you just gonna flat out cheat on your wife, huh? You ain't gonna go to your wife and just be like, hey, I still truly want to be with her, I still truly love her, I know this sucks to the bone, and I'm sure I'm a very horrible person in your eyes, but I at this point in time, I want to, be divorced or whatever, right? You don't do none of that. You just go on straight and do the Humpty and Bumpty Bump. You and Michaela just rolling around in the bed. And then the next day, you sit up here getting, you at your own place with your wife, Michaela's best friend, and you watching her sleep. Because you know the dirt you just did the night before. So, I'm just like, okay. So you just gonna keep up both relationships. I don't know. It's a TV show, but people do that in real life. So, but they're, they had a full out military funeral in honor for Agent Vance. With this being the show that it is, I'm looking like, okay, the higher ups, the major and whoever else is involved that's higher up, is Agent Vance really dead? Because I'm just now, being new to this show. So I'm being skeptical about most of the stuff that's going on, because they still trying to interpret their things, their visions and the things that they're hearing, that they call that they're referring to as the calling. So I'm trying to, you still trying to get that straight together and trying to figure out what that means to, save him, or don't let him go, or don't lose him. If you trying to figure out that's what that means, right? Then hey, look here. I think that Agent Vance could still be alive. I could be wrong, because I ain't watched the show. I'm still new to it, right? I'm looking like, so Agent Vance could truly probably still be alive, and in somebody's lab, being kept alive, right? He really could, because they're showing that the government agencies are corrupt, anywhere from someone at NSA to the FBI and whatever else, right? So if that's a possibility, I can believe that Agent Vance is still alive. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 seasons or something like that of Manifest, and I'm only on season 1. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I ain't. So that's what I've gotten so far from when I stopped on episode 7. I finished up 7 yesterday, so I've watched episode 8 to part of 12, half of 12. So watching that, then I have to watch the remainder of it. I'm gonna watch 12 over, because I probably, you close your eyes, you don't realize it, or whatever it is, you pop your eyes open. So I'll rewatch episode 12. Now, I did ask my best friend before I started watching, hey, have you finished season 1? He was like, nah, I ain't finished season 1. I said, oh, I thought you said you were going to finish season 1 yesterday, last night. And he was like, well, yeah, I had planned on it, but I didn't finish it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, it's the part that makes, it is how it is. Somebody don't know how to drive, but it is what it is. Everybody's timing is off today. It's Thursday. Got whacked out Mondays, Twilight Tuesdays. No, I'm sorry. You got Madness, Monday Madness, Twilight's on Tuesday, whacked out Wednesday, BS Thursday, and then Friday is what the. So we on Thursday, and yeah, you could say somebody, might be a little bit today. I don't know. I pray it ain't. But this week is definitely going by fast enough, honey. So, but you know, he was saying no, he hadn't finished season 1, and that he was gonna try to finish it up. And I was like, what? I said, I just knew that you'd be finished before. And he was like, no. So I don't know if he finished it last night or not because I haven't spoken with him. And I just have to go from there. I gotta work on some paperwork today when I get in the office. That was given darn near at the end of day yesterday. About almost 2 o'clock. So with that, I'll work on that when I get in the office. I already found 2 of them that we won't be able to well, I found 1. I know 1 definitely we won't be able to pull. Right? Well, no, 2 of them I took upstairs because they weren't at our location for stuff for us to pull. They were at a different storage location, so I took those back upstairs. And what was it? The rest of them I'll go through, and that's no problem. And then the other, it was 2 other ones I came across. One of them we definitely can't because it's missing the other half of the paperwork. And the other one, I couldn't research and look at it because, I don't know, the system was freezing up and I couldn't verify if it had another half to this paperwork or not. So hopefully I can today. I can't remember. No, yesterday was yesterday the 23rd, right? Yeah, I don't think that was a update. Well, it could have been. Perhaps they were doing an update to the system at the end of the day. So I don't remember. I think there's one today, but I think that was early this morning. I ain't too sure. For me to do for today and tomorrow. You know, no ifs, ands, buts about it. And work from there. Oh my goodness. So, well, I'm sorry, I didn't really bring a lunch today, y'all. Now, I stopped at Red Robin. Remember, I kept saying, I ain't seen my Red Robin. Don't miss the motorcycle. Your dual muffles. Just out there, just, y'all hear? But yeah. Back to what I was saying. Back to Red Robin. I kept saying, I was like, man, I haven't got my Red Robin yet. And that's like one of my, things I look forward to every year. Red Robin, my Starbucks, my Landry's, and the Nothing But Cake, sprinkles, and Ooh La La. I look forward to La Madeline. All these little different places, they have little things for you for your birthday, right? And plus the things at the stores, but I haven't went to go get those. I probably should. But, and some just told me, I was like, just click on redrobin.com. Because I had a email. No, I was going through my emails and checking them, and I was like, still ain't got me. I said, well, what's the last time I got something from Red Robin, right? Why does my email show the last time I got something from Red Robin was March? I was like, dang, that's a long time. That's a very long time. And so I just happened to click on the last email, and I went to redrobins.com. And did I take the app on my phone? I can't remember. Apparently, I must have. Because it could be on there, and I just ain't updated, right? I'm going to have to go back and look today. But either way, right? I click on it. I go to the thing, and I log in. And there it is, sitting there. It was like, it's only good for the month. And it was like, the month will be up in 7 days. This was yesterday. Don't forget to use your... I was like, what? So that's what I did yesterday. I went ahead and put an online order in to use my birthday reward, and I ordered my uncle the fish dinner, or fish plate for dinner. So, but I got the Impossible Burger. It was a possible cheeseburger, but I told them no cheese, no mayo, right? And I think it's a red relish or something that they put on it. Was part of it, and I just asked for mustard and ketchup, right? And what is it? That and with the extra crispy fries, right? So I did that, and I didn't get anything to drink because I was like, no. I said I can, I got drinks in my bag, and also I can drink something when I get home with my water. So I didn't get any drinks. So I went and picked that, put that order in online, and when I got to Red Robin's, and I called the number that was in my email, because that was a different number that was on the stand for when you park for curbside pickup. It was a different number, so I was like, okay, the email says call this number when you arrive, and that was a different number that was on the post. So I called the number that was on the email, and I told them that, what curbside number I was at, and I asked the young lady. I told her she asked me my name. I told her my name. I said, well, do you need my order number? She said, no, ma'am, we'll be right out with your order. I said, okay, thank you. And they were very nice and sweet. It was like quick, fast, because as soon as I hung up with her, I kid y'all not, man, it wasn't any more than like 1 or 2 minutes. It probably wasn't even more than that. And she was coming out the door with my food. I was like, wow. I was like, that's great. Because, with me leaving work, I didn't get over there at the time that I put in for. I actually was like almost 15 minutes late because of the traffic. And so I was like, dang, okay, that's not bad. And so I went and drove home. I took the food. I ate my burger in the car, y'all. I ain't about to sit here and lie and fake the funk. I ate my burger in the car. Why? I was starving hungry. Why? Because the only thing I had that day was some Ritz crackers that I put peanut butter on. I took my peanut butter and a snack size thing of Ritz crackers. And I took that to work, and I drank my water. So I didn't have anything else. So I was like, okay, well, I'll do that and pick that up. And I ate that in the car going home. I ate that burger. I got it on the brioche bun and everything. So, because I looked up on Google for the vegan things at Red Robin, on how, and so that's what I followed as a guide in order to build my Impossible Burger, put on it what I wanted. So, what else was it? Oh, other pages and the places that I go to that I like to follow was like on their Instagram page said that they were having the spaghetti dinner today, but their Facebook page, like, and I sent a message asking them, okay, because they would say call in so you can be ahead of the the order, and that you can go ahead and place your order for, because it's supposed to be spaghetti today. This is what Instagram said, right? And I was like, okay, I didn't get a response. So since I was on Facebook, when I got home, I said, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I said, let me go to their page on Facebook. I said, maybe they got a different number. And lo and behold, they did. They had a different number. And I ended up calling, well, on Facebook, they said their spaghetti dinner was yesterday, the actual day. I was like, wait a minute, something wrong. Something wrong, it ain't right. I said, let me go and call this number. And so I called the number. Y'all are very, you're making my timing off. You're making my timing off. I need y'all to go. So I called a different number, right? It's on the Facebook page. And the young lady who answered, she was like, I said, hi, is this, you know, the name of the company, the restaurant, food truck? And she's like, yes. She said, but we're sold out. I said, okay, I understand. I said, but I'm calling in regards to the post that's up about the spaghetti dinner. I was like, you know, it says, Instagram says it's tomorrow, but Facebook said it was today. So was that today, actually today, or is it tomorrow? And she said, no, it was actually today. This is when I was talking to them yesterday. And she's like, no, it was actually today. She said it was a typo. You know, the person who, you know, puts the post up or keeps up with the Instagram page did a typo. And with them doing that, and I said, okay, so should I just, you know, follow what's on Facebook and not Instagram if I need, you know, the correct information regarding to, you know, what's being served for the day? Or she was like, she said, well, you can follow either one of them. She was like, it would just happen to be a typo. I said, oh, okay. She said, so you can still follow both of them. And I was like, okay. But I was just disappointed. I said, oh man, I really was. I said, I really look forward to the spaghetti dinner, and I haven't been able to catch it. And she's like, yeah, I apologize. And I was like, okay. There's nothing I can do about it, right? So I said, well, what is the I said, if I'm not holding you up too much longer, I said, what is the special for tomorrow? And she's like, tomorrow is handheld. So today is handheld. Like their burgers, their sandwiches, you know, food that you can basically hold in your hand, is what's going to be served today. I was like, oh, okay. And I told her, thank you, I appreciate it. And I went ahead and got the phone. So we done made it over here to the garage, y'all. I appreciate y'all communing with me this morning on my drive in to work. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I thank you. I pray that you have a good day, a great day, an awesome day, a wonderful day, a beautiful day, a lovely day. And that you get to work, home, or your destination of choice, safe and sound in one piece. No hassle, fuss, trouble, problems, or misunderstandings. And definitely no meet and greets, honey. And don't let people work your nerve down to the last of the frazzle. You hear me? All right, y'all. I will talk to you later.